The VW Jetta was first introduced in 1979, and since then, I'm told over 17 plus million of them have been sold worldwide, making it VW's #1 seller. As a matter of fact, back in 2010, we did one of our earliest YouTube videos on the 2011 Jetta. Maybe you remember seeing it. It had the Frisbee in it, remember? This will bring it back, watch. Hey, thanks for joining us today as we look at the beautifully, newly redesigned 2011 VW Jetta. It's a really great video, and we'll put a link to it at the end of this one. But right now, we want to take a first look at the brand new 2019 7th generation VW Jetta. Let's see what all the excitement's about. The Jetta for 2019 comes in 5 trim levels. The base model are the S, the SE, the R-Line Edition, the SEL, and the top of the line SEL Premium. And they start out about $18,500 for the S, they go up to $27,+++ for the Premium. And just so you know, the R-Line Edition, that's gonna come in around $23,000, and that's gonna have a sportier exterior and interior treatment. Same engine transmission, but imagine this, a black gloss grille, a black rear diffuser. You're gonna have black side mirrors, a black headliner in the vehicle, special cool 17-inch rims, a special 2-tone leatherette interior, and R badging everywhere. Just use your imagination. It's cool. Now, as far as the engine is concerned, you have a choice of one. That is a heavy hood. That is one of the heaviest hoods I've ever opened a vehicle with. But anyway, a 1.4 liter TSI 16 valve dual overhead cam inline 4-cylinder turbocharged engine with direct injection as well as an intercooler. And that's going to generate 147 horsepower, 187 pound-feet of torque. Now, I realize that's 3 horsepower less than the previous edition, but with the TSI, the turbocharged straight injection system, you're going to get more torque out of a lower RPM, so it's going to give you a quicker boost. So that'll balance out a little bit less horsepower. And besides, horsepower keeps you going. Torque gets you going. Now, VW's German engineering can be seen in its practicality of the way the engine's set up. Transverse 4-cylinder engine, and you have a thermostatically controlled fan, doesn't draw any power off of the engine itself. You have ease of access for your windshield washer fluid when you want to check it in case you do. You have your air filter if you ever want to check it yourself. You've got your major fuses set up right here. Easily get to the battery system in case you need to give somebody a jump start. You have your brake fluid reservoir set right here. You also have dual diagonal braking system, 2 brake lines operating one front, opposite rear, one front, and opposite rear with your ABS. And you could have electronic brake force distribution, all that good stuff. Plus, if you want to check your engine overflow coolant system, you've got that set up right front. You want to look at your oil, you can do that. Add your oil piece of cake. Plus, you'll even see there's a sensor right here on the exhaust manifold. So if you're burning too rich, that is you got too much gas, not enough air, it's going to adjust it automatically. If you're burning too lean, that means you got too much air, not enough gas, boom, boom, not getting enough power, adjust it automatically. You even have a heat resonator shield right up here. Does 2 things, reduces the heat from the engine on the hood of the car, preserves that beautiful paint, and it also quiets the engine just a little bit. Plus, one more thing. There's warnings right here. Do not take a hose directly on top of your engine system with a fine spray. Use a little vaporized spray very softly because you don't want to damage this engine in any way, shape, or form. Pretty nice, isn't it? Huh. Not bad. There's the ABS right there. I knew it was in here. Speaking of safety, I'm glad you mentioned that. Not only does this have a monstrously heavy hood, it also has crumple zones built into it with lock points throughout the front end, plus crumple zones in here to absorb impact, designed to move it around. You got side impact door guard beam protection, you got rollover protection, you got rear crumple protection as well, and even the engine. Look at the engine, this is slanted down like this. God forbid there's a serious accident. Oh, the engine's designed to move down away from the passenger compartment. Bet you didn't know that, did you? All of this is solid construction. Mated to either the 6-speed manual transmission available on the S edition or you'll get the 8-speed automatic with Tiptronic transmission and sport shift on everything else. And this will get you around 30 miles per gallon around town, 40 on the highway with a combined average of 34. Wait a minute, 30 plus 40 is 70, divided by 2 is 35. I don't get it. Anyway, that's what I'm told. And these are estimates only depending on how you drive. And you also go from 0 to 60 in about 8+ seconds. I'm telling you, the Jetta jets. The Jetta comes with a variety of beautiful interior as well as exterior colors. And our viewers often ask, what color is the vehicle you're reviewing? Well, today we're looking at the Habanero Orange. And I gotta tell you, it definitely stands out, because you know, some people like to stand out. Oh, sure, they may have a little bit of an ego problem and need to stand out. Well, I guess the truth be told, standing out in a crowd actually can be a lot of fun. It's easy to see they've done a very nice job with the exterior styling of the vehicle. It has very crisp, bold lines throughout the exterior of the vehicle itself, plus this aggressive front bright chrome accented grille, which blends nicely into the brand new headlight treatment. All of the models get the LED headlight and daytime running lights, but you can also get a projector LED on the premium edition. Plus available halogen fog lights, which are actually low-speed cornering lights as well, on the R edition as well as the premium. If by now you haven't figured it out, but you will later, the premium edition has it all. The VW Jetta for 2019 is built on VW's Mqb Modular Platform, which is shared among a variety of their vehicles, just like the VW Golf. And that allows them to cross-produce vehicles at different factories, saving costs, saving waste, as well as saving weight in the vehicle itself. You have a McPherson strut independent suspension up front, and you have a torsion twist beam rear suspension this year. But it still gives you plenty of control and handling, and we'll have to see how that feels on the road. There are 2 rim sizes available. You have the 16-inch rim like you see here on the S, the SE, and the SEL, but when you go to the R line and the premium edition, you go up and bump it up to a 17-inch rim. And they're all seasoned steel belted radial mud and snow tires, so they're good all year. The roof line is sloping back a little more aerodynamically. As a matter of fact, you have a drag coefficient of only 0.27 this year on the vehicle. And you do have a 5.6-inch ground clearance underneath, just in case you were wondering. And as you come back, you're going to see an integrated rear spoiler, and right underneath there are these handsomely styled wraparound brake lights, which are LED, of course. And underneath them, you can certainly enjoy the Wait, what? What? Where'd they... Excuse me, sorry. What? Huh? Where'd they go? They're missing. Where'd the exhaust pipes go? Maybe they just fell off. Man, maybe they're around somewhere. Maybe they're lost in the woods. Maybe they can't find their way home. Hello, Jetta? Exhaust pipes. Hello? Come here. Come here, boy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Have you... Oh. What can I say? Dear YouTubers, they're gone. I did what I could. I looked everywhere. nothing. There's no exhausts exposed for 2019. Oh well. Anyway, you have this very cavernous 14.1 cubic feet of cargo space back here, very flat and wide. You also have your emergency spare tire down here, and it looks like a subwoofer. Oh yeah, tied on top of it. Nice, but we'll talk about that later. And you do have a 60/40 split folding rear seat. Boom, there's one, and I can't reach the other. Now, the Jetta this year has been lengthened, widened, and heightened just a bit, and that translates into more headroom. And everybody knows I am 5'12", and so I have tons of headroom back here, even with the moonroof in this edition. So you have room for 3 back here, but with this huge hump, I'm saying probably better for 2. And it's a little sparse. You don't have a vent back here for the air, which is unfortunate. But other than that, it seems relatively comfortable. A little hard plastic, of course. You've got your passenger grips in case you go too fast. You do have your adjustable headrests, which I recommend keeping the middle one down because the visibility out back is a little tight. But in our model SE and above, you get the cup holders and the fold-down armrest. With the base Model S, you don't get it. Gone. But it is nice. It is comfortable. I think you'll enjoy it. Keyless entry, of course, for your SE and above. Just slide inside this beautiful interior. Put your foot on the brake. Press the start-stop button right there next to the shifter. Put on your, of course, adjustable seat belt so you can get it to fit just right. Take off your electronic parking brake. Put it in gear and go. VW certainly has enhanced the Jetta in a variety of ways. The interior is very adequate. Let's put it that way. That's a bad way to put it. It's more than adequate, but it's not spectacular. That's what I'm trying to say. But it is simple, sophisticated, and everything is slanted towards the driver. You have this beautiful 10.25-inch digital screen, which I think they borrowed the technology a bit from Audi. And it has the adjustable screen so you can change the view of it to what you want. It has the electronic speedometer on the right, tachometer on the left, coolant temperature gauge, your fuel gauge, and you have a myriad of readouts that you can do for different settings of the vehicle, average fuel efficiency, distance to empty. Now I'm changing the view. Now I'm looking at, I've been driving for how long? I got 180 miles left on here. I'm doing 45 miles an hour. Yes, sir, Bob. Auto start stop. Come to a stoplight, stop sign, engine stops. Take your foot off, starts right up. Or you can disable it right here. You have a little button, boom, it'll tell you auto start stop is now off and my engine will stay on. It's ready to rock and roll. Now you do have a backup camera, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to back up into this car behind us so that you can, oh, never, I'm not going to do that. It's stupid. Anyway, you do have your sport shift, and if you want to manually control your up and down shifts, this is how you do it. Ba-dum boom. Second gear. Boom. Third gear. Fourth gear. Fifth, sixth, seventh. I'm exhausted. I'm just going to put it into automatic. I'm just too tired. I'm too tired to shift. I'm tarred. I tell you, I'm tarred. And over here you have your 6.5-inch screen for your base models, and you can step up to the 8-inch screen like we have here for your fingertip touch controls. You can adjust your settings, your radio systems, of course, your multimedia. This can hook into Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, just so you know. And in the base model, again, up, you have the availability of the regular sound system, but with the SEL and the Premium. Remember the subwoofer we saw in the trunk? That's part of the 400-watt 7-speaker system with the sub of the Beat system by Dr. Dre Premium audio sound system. and it'll just blast you out of here, which is awesome. Wait a minute. When did physicians start designing car stereos? Now you have your usual side bins for your obligatory bottle holders, center console unit, which is very deep. The armrest doesn't move or anything like that, but you do have a USB connector here as well as one in the center console, and this is a data USB, and the one back here is a charging USB. You have to admit, for a compact car, they're getting really big. Seriously, all the way around. And again, you have your wonderful headroom. I have to point out the sunglass holder. I was actually in a vehicle, a very premium vehicle, very expensive vehicle, and it didn't have this little feature right there for your sunglasses. It didn't even have an adjustable seat belt, which I thought was kind of silly. Now, I said this back in 2010, and I'm going to say it again. Why do you have a driver's side passenger assist grip? I mean, I know this is European and driver sits over there, it's different, but still, come on. What are you waiting for? Here I am, I'm driving. Hold on, we're moving, we're grooving. All right, people are wondering about the suspension system and the steering. And the steering's a bit soft. Now, I can change the drive mode in this vehicle because I do have a choice. I can do it with my finger on the touchscreen, eco mode. And when you do that, you'll notice that everything changes up just a little bit, softens things up. Then you go to your normal, which everything's just flat across the board, your sport, which is great, as well as the custom. And you can also adjust that, but just with a push of a button, either way you want to go. I'm probably confusing the transmission right now by going through all of them, but I like sport, personally. I dig it. Simply because it sounds better. Now, of course, you do have all of the typical safety features. You got your backup camera, like I mentioned. You have backup cross-traffic sensors, blind spot detection. You have forward collision, brake mitigation, as autonomous braking, emergency braking, things of that nature. And those are available on all of the Jettas, but you have to get the driver assistance package for the base model. But at least they offer them, which is nice. You also have post-collision braking, so that in the event of an accident, they apply the brake if it's been hit so that it doesn't keep moving and hit something else, which is kind of a great feature to have. Now, as far as safety is concerned, you also have an intelligent crash response system, which simply means in the event of an accident crash, it'll turn off the fuel to the fuel pump, it'll unlock the doors and start lowering the windows just a little bit so that you can exit safely and reduce the problem. With the premium package, you can also get the adaptive cruise control, the lane keep assist, as well as a high beam assist, so that at dark nights, it'll sense the road is too dark, it'll set the high beams on. If it sees a car coming at you, it'll lower them automatically, but that's only in the premium package. All right, friends, what I'm going to show you is something that's very cool. I'm going to go to the car setting, to ambient lighting, and there are 10 different colors you can adjust. And you can do different zones, you can do under the dash, you can do in the armrest, different color, or you can just have it do it automatically. I bet you'd buy it for that reason alone, wouldn't you? 10 different ambient lightings. VW has really taken the Jetta to a new level with a premium feel interior, a little bit more luxurious, more comfort, more technology, safety, and a newly redesigned style so that you can appreciate all of this at a price point that's quite affordable. And it comes with a 6-year, 72,000-mile warranty. That's double what their old warranty used to be. With all of that, if you don't want an SUV and you don't want to drive a truck and your family's too big for a motorcycle, but you want great German engineering, then the 2019 Jetta might just be the right one for you. Oh, wait a second. Do you think this is going a little too far? Huh? Maybe.